Welcome to Red Herring TV. I'm Alex Vieux, and we are going to welcome Kim Kovacs from OptionEase.
Right, okay.
So Kim, welcome to Red Herring TV.
Thank you, Alex. It is indeed my pleasure to be here, and we're very excited and honored to be one of the Red Herring North America winners this year.
Well, you are a seasoned entrepreneur. You have seen a few companies going on and prospering. You have been part of those. Why did you choose OptionEase as a company to start and work on?
Well, Alex, as a seasoned CFO, and actually this is my 6th startup, so very serial, probably a little mental possibly too, but I recognized as the CFO that there were a lot of tools that needed to be developed, especially around regulatory issues. And so OptionEase was developed to embrace some of these new regulatory initiatives, one of which is for employee stock options. And the CFO just didn't have the tools that they needed, and as a CFO, I really could empathize with that. And so we put a good team together, we built the software, we got the constituents involved in actually designing the application and the audit community. And now we've got over 350 companies in just 2 years who are using our application.
How many companies are out there which need your product? What is the size of the market, and is it a product which can be exported beyond this country?
Yes to both of those. And so the first one is that, when I first started this, I was looking at it from my own vantage point, right? I needed it. I didn't really think about other people needing it or other companies. But as it turns out, there's 1 in 10 employees in the United States have a stock option. And so really that's, 10% of our workforce relies on stock options as part of their compensation that they get from these companies. So the number of companies is very tough to track because not many people actually, keep track of that data. The U.S. Census Bureau, though, pegs it at, hundreds of thousands of companies. I mean, look around Silicon Valley. I mean, that's how this entire industry with venture and everything is built. And so, for us, it's a tremendous market opportunity, but it's not just in the United States. I mean, other countries have seen what has happened when employees are motivated by equity and participation. And so you've got companies like Japan and Germany and England and, the rest of the world effectively trying to incentivize their employees with stock options.
So how are you going to crack the code to go from 350 to 500,000 to 1 million companies using your software?
You bet. And we're going to do it, one company at a time. We're also going to do it through partners. And so that's been a big focus of ours this year is that, no company is grown just by themselves. You really have to align yourself with industry partners. In our case, it's the accounting firms and it's the consultants in the industry and others and broker firms and those people who are also very heavily involved and invested in stock options and need to see it done right.
How much do you fear the competition? Who is the competition? Because once you start getting into a market which is pretty successfully addressed, in general, you attract competition.
Well, when you're running a race, you look behind you every once in a while, but your focus is forward. And so for me, my focus is still very forward. There are some competitors in this space, but I think what has happened, especially in the industry I'm in right now, in the stock option sort of administration world as it started, now it's an accounting issue. Our competitors really focused on the administration. They didn't look at the accounting because it wasn't an issue back then. And our competitors haven't come up to meet that need that's now in the marketplace. And so we look at this as a greenfield. We're bringing in new tools, new ideas, new ways to connect different systems together, almost like a cloud computing in a sense, kind of that type of an idea in this marketplace that's never been done before. So will they get there? You bet. But we're running fast. So hopefully the competition's still way behind.
You have Myron Scholes, my former professor at Stanford, and he worked on my first company, Cats.
Yes.
As a shareholder or partner of yours. How important it is to have the founder of the Black Scholes model in your organization and to help you modeling this issue?
Actually, it's been great validation, and not only is Myron and his wife Jan very actively involved in our company. In fact, Jan Scholes is on our board of directors. She in her own right has been very successful as a general counsel and a former partner in a law firm, and so it's a great balance being with that family because he is such the academia and such a just a world-renowned expert in economics and valuation and modeling and so forth, but she's the real world pragmatist, and she can kind of take that academia and bring it and understand how it really fits into this world that we're in now.
How big will the company be if your dream come true?
We're looking at $50–100 million easily, and achievable. We're looking at the opportunity to join forces with some very large companies out there that are also looking at this governance, risk, and compliance space, this new GRC space that we're in. And so, once you start to really envision where it can go, it could be endless. I mean, maybe it is $1 billion company.
So, and what is the time frame? 5 years, 10 years?
I'd say within 3 to 5 years. The need is now. Companies are struggling with all these disparate systems that they have to try to bring together. We saw what happened in the banking and the financial crisis last year. A lot of that's a result of bad systems, or systems that can't communicate with each other. So.
And the confidentiality and of all those data, how are you going to manage to have that compliance issue on one hand vis-a-vis the regulatory organization, and on the other hand the privacy and the secrecy of every individual case?
We're really conscious of that. In fact, one of the things, we did an integration project with Merrill Lynch, for example, and Merrill Lynch stores Social Security numbers and so forth. We decided not to do that, and so we deployed technology to be able to mask those Social Security numbers, to convert things so we don't have to store them, but we're very conscious of that. And we're SAS 70 Level 2 certified company, and so we take it very seriously. We have the protocols and the procedures in place.
And another question, obviously, financing. You raised money.
We did.
How many series?
Okay.
And where are you? And how much money do you need to achieve your goals and to become profitable and to have the run rate that you expect?
Alex, this company has been different from all the other companies I've fundraised around. My last company, we raised almost $40 million. This one, we've only raised $2.5 million.
Which is good.
Which is excellent. And SaaS, software as a service, it's a whole new ballgame.
Absolutely.
You don't need a whole lot of money to, prove the technology out, to get those first customers, or you shouldn't, I should say. So we just closed our first round of financing effectively just about a month ago. We've had angel round right before that, so we've just done a Series A now on top of that, and we don't expect to need a whole lot more money. I mean, we're already profitable, and we're already cash flow positive, and we did that within 2 years.
So you are definitely on the road to success.
I hope so.
Thank you very much. It was Kim Kovacs for Red Herring TV.
Thank you, Alex. My pleasure.